Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the Design Review Committee meeting to order for Wednesday, November 26, 2025. We will begin our morning with roll call.
Committee member Browning.
Here.
Committee member Ellsworth.
Here.
Committee member Cameron.
Here.
Chairwoman Banducci.
Here.
And committee member Sievertson is not in today.
Thank you. All right, item B, approval of the minutes. These are from September 24th, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to review those? And do we have a
I was
motion?
not here, so I cannot participate.
Okay. Anyone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second, and the committee will vote. It's okay.
You're recusing Chairwoman Banducci.
Aye.
Committee member Ellsworth.
Yes.
Committee member Cameron.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item C, public hearings continued. There are none. Today we have one item on our agenda under new public hearings, and this is for Page Mixed Use Development located at 311 West Harris Street. Design review application DR-25-5. The recommendation today is to hold a public hearing and adopt a resolution finding the project exempt from CEQA and conditionally approving the project. And staff will run us through the report.
All right. Good morning, members of the Design Review Committee. My name is Henry Baker, Assistant Planner for the City of Eureka, and for your consideration, I'll be presenting the Page Mixed Use Development. Here's the project within the context of city limits. The property is located at 311 West Harris Street in the Harrison Summer Center, located halfway between Eureka Mall and Henderson Center. Zooming in, we can see the property, shown here in red, is a 6,600 square foot interior lot on the south side of West Harris Street. The lot adjoins an alley where the former Poletsky Appliance Store showroom is, across the alley to the west. The Harrison Summer Center within the neighborhood commercial zoning district, shown here in green, is a commercial shopping and service center that extends roughly 8 blocks along West Harris between Albee and California streets, centered around Eureka Adult School, shown here in blue, with medium density residential to the north and east, shown here in orange, and low residential districts to the south, shown in yellow. According to the general plan, the area is envisioned to evolve into a pedestrian-oriented mixed-use area serving nearby residential neighborhoods with small shops, professional offices, and local services. Here's a recent photo of the property as seen from West Harris Street looking south. As you can see, the property is currently vacant. It previously contained the Eureka Pain Clinic, a one-story building that closed in 2023 and was later demolished in 2025 after sitting vacant and deteriorating for some time. The building was over 50 years old, but considered not a historic resource as documented in attachment 3 of the packet. Humboldt Bay Fire was able to use the old building for training before its demolition, and salvaged lumber from the demolition was used to support a local medical fundraiser. Now the applicant proposes to construct a 4,068 square foot, 2-story mixed-use building containing a 2,000 square foot medical spa and 1,060 square foot cafe, and a 1,008 square foot 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom dwelling unit on the second floor. The Eureka Municipal Code requires that new buildings over 500 square feet or more in the mixed-use zones require design review. To approve the proposed design, Design Review Committee must find that the proposed development will not be detrimental to the public health, safety, or welfare, or materially injurious to the properties or improvements in the vicinity, and that the proposed project complies with the design review criteria in the Eureka Municipal Code related to surrounding context, pedestrian environment, architectural style, articulation and visual interest, materials, safety, and landscaping. A detailed analysis of each of the subjective design review criteria is included in the staff report, and I can pull up the exact language for design review criteria later if discussion requires it. However, I'll briefly run through the objective standards. The design uses quality exterior materials such as wood, hardy board, glass, and metal, and limits stucco to less than 50% of the facade as required. The building entries face the street and are clearly recognizable as entries. High ceilings and windows highlight the medical spa's entrance, shown on the left, while a prominent corner entry, shown on the bottom, highlights the cafe's entrance. The facade incorporates the required 2 of 15 standard architectural features: roof form variation on 58% of the facade, where 25% is the standard, shown here in red, and horizontal articulation on 48% of the facade, where 25% is the standard, shown here in blue. Worth mentioning, the design also fell just shy of qualifying for a third criteria, glass facade, with 30%, where 40% is the standard. Lastly, the design avoids blank walls defined as unbroken 10 by 10 square foot sections. Staff has included 2 recommendations, recommended conditions of approval. First, before commencing work, the applicant obtains any required building permits or authorizations, then demonstrates compliance with the city's standards for outdoor lighting, bicycle parking, and landscaping during the building permit phase, as the exact light fixtures, bicycle racks, and placement, and plant materials for the landscaping have not yet been provided, and that inadvertent discovery protocol be in place prior to any further ground disturbance. Based upon the findings and analysis demonstrated within staff's report, staff believes that the proposed development may be approved as conditioned, and therefore staff's recommendation is to hold a public hearing and adopt a resolution finding the project as exempt from CEQA and conditionally approving the application. I have a suggested motion when you are ready, and the applicant and myself are here to answer any questions you have.
Thank you. All right, we'll begin with questions from the committee to city staff. Any clarification needed? Questions of staff? None? Okay. Any questions for the applicant this morning from the committee? Comments? No? Okay. At this time, I'll open up to our public hearing. If anyone in the audience wishes to speak, you have 3 minutes to address the committee. And you may come forward to the podium. And when you do, please state your name and city of residence for the record, please. Good morning. Oops.
This one?
I can't control.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Marie Hall, and my city of residence is Ukiah, California. I do own a property on this block for the proposed redesign. And I am here to strongly object to this proposal, especially to the residential part of it. I have no qualms with the medical spa or the cafe. However, residential addition to this property will downgrade the neighborhood tremendously. There's no parking. It's already impacted. There's no, there will be no backyard or front yard for the tenants. What else here? I think that adding an additional residential property to this, residential unit to this property just speaks of pure greed and not consideration for the integrity and quietness of the residential neighborhood. It also will drastically affect the privacy of the next door neighbor with this 2-story high rise. And I think it will just downgrade the neighborhood generally. So I strongly object to adding a residential component to this developmental consideration. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry. Anyone else wish to address the committee this morning? Good morning.
Hello, I'm Mary Bono. I'm a Eureka resident and I live on this block. I am the neighbor that is actually going to be directly behind the building. And I have three things that I have issue with the project. One is the lot line. I'm not sure if you looked at the planning, but it states that the lot line that is at the back of the project is going on to, it says that my living dwelling is on the property, which is not correct. I've lived at this residence for 15 years, and I disagree with the plans, and I feel like if the lot line is not correct, that the setbacks would be different. And so I think the lot lines need to be figured out before approving this project. And there have been two previous owners of that property, and none of them have ever brought up a dispute about my building that was built on a lot line and grandfathered in. It's been there for over 36 years, and this is the first I'm hearing that my building is on this property. Excuse me, I'm a little nervous. The other issue is parking. The project has 4 parking places for a medical spa, a restaurant, and a living dwelling, and that's not enough parking for a place of business, 2 businesses and a residence. And if you guys have been on this corner before, where Piletsky's has been, it's a very busy corner. Someone had actually died there 6 months ago on a bicycle. Sorry. Yes, thank you. So I am concerned about the parking. I noticed the project really emphasized the bicycle friendliness of the neighborhood, which is not accurate. The other issue is the garbage bin. They want to put a dumpster right next to my building, and I believe there needs to be a setback from my living dwelling to have a dumpster, and especially with medical waste and restaurant waste, I would really appreciate that this be reconsidered where the dumpster is placed on the property and not right next to my living dwelling. Those are the 3 things that I have issue with. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this thing on? Yes.
Yeah, I can't raise it up for him this morning.
No, that's fine.
You're fine?
My
Okay.
name is Michael
Okay.
Hall. I own the second property over 3132 Summer Street, and our main objection is to the second story aspect of this structure. It's going to overlook my property, and it's going to invade the privacy of that backyard and also the privacy of the second owner's backyard, the people who just spoke. That's our main objection, the second story. We don't mind any business there, but we would like to keep it at a single story structure to protect our privacy. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the audience wish to speak today? Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Ghana Page, and I'm here today to introduce my development project located at 311 West Harris Street, Eureka, California. And the property, just like Henry said, it's 6,600 square feet, consisting of 4,000 square feet building. The project includes 3 primary components. The first one is the med spa, approximately 2,000 square feet. This space will be held new home for Magic Touch as med spa, currently operating in Eureka, and I am expanding my services and planning to increase staff, improve offerings, provide more high quality care for residents throughout the Humboldt County for aesthetics and wellness. So my goal is to create modern, clean, and professional environment. And exterior will be the white or off-white color. The second one is a cafe. It's not restaurant, it's small cafe, 1,000 square feet. This cafe will be warm, inviting, and natural wood and oak toned inside and outside, exterior and interior. So the menu will be featured fresh, handmade Mongolian dumpling inspired by my, culture, my family, whatever culture, and the food will be steamed and lightly fried, and all will be handmade from scratch, along with the tea and simple small menu. So in the future, I want to offer dumpling making classes in the evenings as a community activity, but this is possibility, not fixed commitment. The third one is a residential unit, approximately 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit with modern design, natural light, 10 feet high. It's clean and open floor plan. This unit aids local housing and support for mixed unit and walkable neighborhood development. This project will upgrade long unused abandoned property into something useful and positive. It will support local economy, create jobs, and provide wellness and aesthetics which needed for Humboldt. And I will provide fresh food from scratch, homemade, handmade, and quality housing. Our plan is make the area cleaner, safer, and better for the community. So do you want me to tell the neighborhoods concerned, or do you want me to make a comments for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome to make, yeah.
So I want to address that. We done? Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I come, my name is Ross Creech. I'm a business owner in Eureka, born and raised in Eureka as well. And I come in full support of Miss Page and her project. I've known her for some years now, and I know her to be incredibly professional, efficient. And as far as I know, she's put a lot of money and resources into this development, and will be a good steward for the community. I hear some very legitimate objections from some of these folks, and I just would like to say that I would be very confident to have Ghana as a neighbor, because I know that she would work to address any concerns that these folks may have. But it does address some major needs within the city: jobs, housing, and it's a common sense move forward, I think, for the city, that these objections could be addressed with some common sense. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have anybody on the call this morning?
No hands raised.
No hands raised? Okay. All right, with that, I'll close the public hearing. I'll bring it back to the committee for further discussion.
I have some questions. I'm wondering if the lady who lives next door to the proposed project, has the lot line been officially engineered?
Surveyed. Yeah, I'm aware. I remember hearing about this issue, and it looks like it is right on the property line. I mean, if we can kind of measure property lines from where the curb is, the start of it, where the gutter curb is, right? We know the sidewalk area. We know where the curb gutter starts. When you look at an APN map, you can see the dimensions of the property, right? So if you measure from that, it does look like the garage is right on the property line, which is not uncommon. I can't tell you whether it crosses it or not. Probably, professional surveyor needs to go over there.
Well, Michael Hearn should probably survey this.
Yeah,
Because you're not saying it's been officially surveyed. You're looking at a map.
Yeah, that's an APN map. Yeah, this is wrong. So you can't ever really trust our maps online. But as far as the setbacks go, this is the neighborhood commercial mixed use zoning district. There's a 0-foot setback on the first floor. And then on the second floor, it's a 5-foot setback. So the the trash enclosure, unfortunately, is allowed to be right there. Also, as far as waste goes, like if they have any hazardous waste, they're going to need to report that to the Division of Environmental Health with the county. So that is a separate process from us. Also, the second story, I wanted to address that right now. This zoning district actually requires a minimum of 2 stories. So to develop anything in this zoning district would require 2 stories anyways. As far as, the property line too, Michael Hearn, yes, a surveyor would want to address that through a surveyor. But as far as setbacks, they meet the setbacks, and their building is not encroaching on the other property. It seems the other way around.
Thank you for that clarification. Appreciate it. Gillian?
My other question, is there a fence between the dumpster and the other person's property?
I believe the garage is right on the property line, but the dumpster is required to be screened from public view from the alley. So whether they put a fence just around 3 sides because the building is there, I don't recall. Do you recall?
It's a minimum 6-foot high fence that goes around the containers.
Right, but are they going to like put I guess we could ask the applicant if the fence would go all the way around the dumpsters or just 3 sides, right? Because it
There's
is
a gate on the
close to
4th side.
Can the applicant address that question?
Yeah, the fencing or the cladding around the garbage enclosure would wrap 3 sides. Yeah, I guess we'd say 4 sides, all the way around.
Okay.
So it would not be seen from the neighboring property, or it
Thank
would.
you.
Yeah.
Right, I think the question is that dumpster going to be right next to their garage, or is there going to be a fence between the garage and the dumpster, right? So it'd be dumpster, fence. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay, I'm sure, dwelling unit.
So there was a survey done. We did not have it done, but it was brought to our attention upon time of purchase, and the survey stakes are in place. We don't have a full copy of that survey. It may be available, but I do invite the neighbors to survey their property and see where those property lines land. There's also an exposed sewer line above grade from that neighboring dwelling that seems to be sitting on our property. It is ABS plastic sewer line, which concerns us slightly. One, being above grade, not meeting code, and just when we start building, that's something we have to tiptoe around. You don't want to bump into anything like that.
I would imagine that that's something you need to coordinate with the city.
Right.
Yeah, and we don't, because we're looking at this project, I don't know if that is a legal dwelling unit. I don't know if it was created legally. We don't know unless someone requests that
with an
information.
exposed sewer line above grade, it leads me to believe there were never inspections done on said property. So.
Okay, so that's something you need to address with the engineering department.
Yeah. At another time. I do understand the neighbors' concerns of privacy. Although as I stand on the property and imagine a second story, I don't know what I'd be looking down on. But I understand their concerns. So.
Okay. Yeah, the applicants are welcome to come up. Yes, thank you.
So initially I just purpose on the commercial cafe and med spa, but city told me you have to have a second floor, so it's added to it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the mixed use is approved in this location. Yeah. So. Okay. Thank you. All right. Any other comments, questions from the committee?
Can I say something?
Yeah. Sorry, we closed the public hearing period. So now it's up for discussion for the committee. Just want to remind our team here what our objectives are today is to review the architectural elements of this project, ensuring that it is in alignment with our guidelines. So I don't know if you want to put the motion back up so we can review it as a team, see if there's any other comments or questions or conditions regarding the project. It seems that the applicant is within the requirements of the city and what's being requested of them. Go ahead, Chuck.
Through the chair, I like this project. The only thing I have a question about is the dumpster issue. I'd like to hear a little bit more before we put this to a vote.
Do you have the site plan handy? I've been trying to pull up the submitted material on this iPad thingy, but it's not working.
I can pull something up.
Thank you.
I don't think.
I reviewed it,
I couldn't get mine up.
but I couldn't get it up in front of me today. Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's the parking stalls and then yeah.
It'll be just a moment.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, didn't mean to
Whenever
make you
you're in a
scramble
hurry,
there,
it
but
slows down. I should have had it ready. I'm sorry. Ah.
I got the PDF to download, but then I can't find it after it downloads to this pad. So
Paper copy, but it's got notes on it.
that's all right. He showed it to me. Now I have a graphic memory of what it is again. I reviewed it last week.
Do we know, is the trash
Oh,
enclosure
man.
covered at all? Like, does it have a roof over it, or?
Now, no.
Okay.
But I imagine if they end up being dumpsters and not just garbage cans, there'd be covers on them.
Yeah, I agree. Our humble LID manual, I believe, requires that and a lip to make sure that there's no runoff. So when
Yeah.
water comes in, it doesn't run off.
And also the medical waste, that is
Oh.
disposed properly.
We do need you to come up.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we have people online.
The microphone.
So the medical disposal, the neighbor concerned, it's completely separate. I do people can pick up. It's very minimal, a very small amount of things, and doesn't have smell or anything. It's super sterile, small, but it's Sharpies and stuff. It's just delivered to specific people, pick it up and dispose like that. So there will be no medical waste, basically almost none there.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and then the cafe is pretty small, so, but, yeah.
Okay.
Can I touch on the garbage enclosure one more time?
Yes, I think there's still the outstanding question about the enclosure. Yeah.
In regards to the garbage enclosure, just a quick note, and the neighboring property, the Polensky property, their dumpster is directly adjacent to this proposed garbage enclosure.
So on the other side of the alley.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah, the exact same location. Yeah, and our
Right.
our garbage enclosure will be non-combustible cinder block, Haydai block, CMU, concrete, with a cladding of, to match the fencing or some sort of non-combustible cladding to dress it up.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to note that the existing garbage enclosure for the neighboring property is directly adjacent, same location up against the other neighbor.
Right against the other commercial property there.
Against residential property in the rear, on the alley.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the other commercial property.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you get a good view of that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Little Google map.
See all the refrigerators.
Here's the dwelling unit. Or is it the?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a parking area for the previous development that was there. It's a little carve out.
Okay. All right. Any other comments, questions from the committee? Any other discussion? Okay. team? Good. Okay, do we have a motion?
I move the Design Review Committee adopt a resolution finding the project exempt from CEQA and conditionally approving the Page mixed-use development at 311 West Terrace Street.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second, and the committee will now vote.
Committee Member Browning,
Aye.
Committee Member Ellsworth,
Yes.
Committee Member Cameron,
Aye.
Chairwoman Banducci.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all for your participation today. That takes us to item E, old business, which there is none. There's also nothing under new business under item F. And then we have item G, pre-application review, which there is none. And H, director's reports and communications. Anything from city staff?
I was trying to come up with some updates. I don't think so. I think the next project that's pending, there's the second WIOT housing project that we got an application for design review. Humboldt Transit Authority, their new hydrogen fueling station. They got a CDP, coastal development permit, approved a couple months ago. So they'll be coming forward for design review, coastal design review in the coming months. I don't think we have anything for December though. So I think we'll be canceling those meetings.
Okay.
Right? Because we're not December yet. No.
Not quite. Monday.
Yeah. And that's it, I
Okay.
think, for now.
Very good. All right. Item I, other reports and communications. There's usually none under that. So I'll take us to item J, oral communications. So this section of the meeting provides the committee members and the public an opportunity to address the Design Review Committee on any subject not appearing on the agenda. Pursuant to the Brown Act, the Design Review Committee cannot act on any item that does not appear on the agenda. Anyone in the audience who wish to address the committee today? Okay. And I don't see any hands raised on the call, but I'm not sure if I can see everybody, so.
Nothing on the call.
Okay, very good. Anything from the committee?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. All right. Well, with that, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.